You know, there are worse things than dying. In his book, How Long, O Lord? Reflections on Suffering and Evil, D.A. Carson wrote, God knows there are many things in my past of which I am deeply ashamed. I would not want such shame to multiply and bring dishonor to Christ in years to come. There are worse things than dying. Now, this past week, many of you heard about a famous preacher, teacher, and author having to step down from his ministry because of an inappropriate relationship that had lasted 5 years. He was 73 years old, well respected by many, and really in the sunset of his life. Now, the Christian world was shocked. Now, unfortunately, we are hearing this all too often. I've seen friends of mine walk away from their marriages and their faith. The damage is not only done to their relationship with God, but to their families. The ramifications ripple throughout Christendom. You see, there are worse things than dying. Now, King Hezekiah, a good and faithful king, was under the sentence of death because of an illness. He was only 38 years old, in the prime of his life, and he desperately desired to live longer. And I think we could all understand that. So Hezekiah prayed, and he was weeping, and God granted him the request of 15 more years. But in those 15 years, the once faithful king, because of his pride, made some foolish decisions that would mar his reputation and put his own nation under judgment. He was a good king who did not finish strong. Living longer proved to be his downfall, and D.A. Carson was right. There are worse things than dying. Now, we are all on a short journey called life. We are weak and broken vessels battling our flesh and Satan. Now, for those who've fallen, there is grace. But their fall should be a warning to all of us. Let me end with Carson's full quote. I do not know how many times I have sung the words, oh, let me never, never outlive my love for thee. But I mean them. I would rather die than end up unfaithful to my wife. I would rather die than deny by a profligate life what I have taught in my books. I would rather die than deny or disown the gospel. God knows there are many things in my past for which I am deeply ashamed. I would not want such shame to multiply and bring dishonor to Christ in years to come. There are worse things than dying.